All right, guys, the famous Pumpkin Spice Latte, PSL. How to make one like a specialty coffee shop? Here's how. Let's go. Hey guys, welcome to CoffeeShop Vibes. Welcome to Ispirare Coffeehouse, the show that helps you enhance your specialty coffee shop experience. I'm Mike, my wife and I, we founded Ispirare Coffee. If you're like us, or we're probably like you, every time we're out traveling or anytime we're out, we love to go to specialty coffee houses. Our love of coffee led us to start or take an abandoned storefront in our small hometown and turn it into the first specialty coffee shop in our county. And it continues to grow, and we've become kind of a coffee shop that is really well known for creating really unique specialty drinks. So today, I want to talk about probably one of the most popular specialty coffee drinks, or most popular coffee drinks there is, the Pumpkin Spice Latte. I'm going to show you how we make it here at the coffee house. And it's really a simple drink to make. So a few quick things about the Pumpkin Spice Latte, or PSL as it's known. It actually was invented by Starbucks in 2001. They were trying to come up with a flavor, a drink that tasted somewhat like pumpkin pie. And they focus grouped it, and it was a big hit. And that's really how we got the Pumpkin Spice Latte that we know today. Now, specialty coffee houses, a couple years ago, if you go to a specialty coffee house, and maybe your specialty coffee house, it's not on the menu. But really the biggest change, in my opinion, in the world of specialty coffee houses recently has not been the equipment or any other major advances. It's been the addition of more drinks to the menu. I mean, there are still coffee houses you can go to today that really the most complex drink they have is a mocha. Everything else is pretty much cortados or regular lattes, flat whites, things like that. But the change that I've seen over the last few years is many coffee houses have a seasonal menu, just like we do at Ispirare, right? And they have seasonal drinks with either local flavors or a combination of different flavors. And I can say, working in the coffee house, right, those are always the most popular drinks. And it's really cool. I know my background, I kind of grew up in the tech industry, worked briefly in Silicon Valley. So I guess maybe it comes full circle about the innovation, like things like we create, like the autumn latte. We do bourbon vanilla latte. We're really innovative in our use of orange. And anyway, those drinks have become popular. It's actually what brings people in. We'll have people drive up from Pittsburgh just to try the autumn latte, which is, really cool. So the biggest step or biggest adjustment in specialty coffee houses, I think recently, has been the fact that most of them now have a fall menu. And we use pumpkin in a lot of things. We do a pumpkin cheesecake latte that we started this year, a pumpkin spice, and a pumpkin chai. And actually, Starbucks, the pumpkin chai tastes the most like pumpkin pie, in my opinion. Anyway, so this is how we make it. There's a lot, and you can make this drink at home. If you have an espresso machine, we use, it's, like I said, super simple drink. Of all the drinks, very simple. We use pumpkin spice from Torani, and we use it as Puremade. Now, Puremade is really like at the top of the line syrup, and it has no GMOs, no artificial flavors, no preservatives. So our coffee house, again, especially coffee house, we focus on typically organic coffees, and we want to have this highest level of quality that we can. We use Puremade. Still, most people use regular Torani or different style pumpkin spice. Puremade's a little bit more rare to find, but it is out there becoming more popular because, like I said, there's nothing added to it. So that's what we use at the coffee house, Torani Puremade. I will say, if you're looking for any pumpkin spice from any distributor, right, it's very tough to find in the fall. You don't want to see how many bottles of syrup we have in the back. Now, some places, I think that the more, I would say, you drive through places, your coffee shops that you wouldn't consider specialty coffee, I think are more inclined to add more flavor, more syrup to cover up the flavor of the coffee. Most specialty coffee houses you're going to go to are going to be a little bit lighter on the syrup. It's going to be a little bit richer syrup, more savory syrup, but they're not going to use as much as some of these other places because they do want the coffee flavor to show up, and we want that as well. So really a fine line of how much you want the coffee taste. to how much you want the actual, whatever flavor taste depends on how much flavor and how much syrup you'll put in your drink. So in our case, in most coffee shops, you're going to use a 16-ounce latte will be kind of your main latte. And as far as syrup goes, it's 3 pumps. So 3 pumps of pumpkin spice in the latte, 2 shots of espresso. All lattes over 12 ounces, or any latte in my opinion, should always have 2 shots of espresso. Of course, people can add an extra one or more, but this is how we do it. Again, 2 shots of espresso. We, of course, use our Ispirare Italian blend, which is designed specifically kind of for lattes, a little bit sweeter, so it works well with a lot of the lattes, including that pumpkin flavor. Now, the real key is frothing the milk or steaming the milk. If you have a home espresso maker, chances are you might not have as much power to get that good extraction out of the espresso, and your milk, very tough to froth milk. You need a little bit extra power as well, and that's sometimes why, especially a coffee house, a better machine is going to make a more consistent latte, both from the espresso side and the consistency in the milk. So now we have the pumpkin spice syrup. The espresso mixes it in, froth the milk. Voila, pumpkin spice latte. Now, we always top it off with a little cinnamon. So there you go. And there you have it, a pumpkin spice latte. Again, it was invented by Starbucks in 2001. It's become a phenomenon. Now there's pumpkin in virtually everything. And most specialty coffee shops you go to, you can get a pumpkin spice latte on the menu. It is always a fan favorite. Like I said, pumpkin chai, pumpkin spice are always in our top 3 selling drinks each day. So very popular during the fall. And we're glad people love it. This is how you can make it at home. Again, you might not be able to do everything perfectly like a specialty coffee shop because the espresso machine, the water filtration, and all the different things. But at the root of it, a very simple drink. And of course, it tastes great. Delicious. All right, guys. Hey, make sure you subscribe. I do this twice a month. I provide insights and help answer your questions about specialty coffee shops. Love for you to subscribe. If you're ever in the Kittanning area, feel free to stop at Ispirare Coffeehouse. We have a lot of unique drinks that I'm sure you'd love to try. We'll talk to you soon, guys. Live inspired.